to another video of riding up hills in the Peak District. Definitely got somewhat tired legs today. It's my first week back riding outside and stuff post the World Champs project, which was probably harder than it should have been because of the conditions more than anything. And I'm now kind of in full prep, into full swing to get ready for Badlands, which is the start of September. So I'm out today, 4 hours on the bike I'm taking to Badlands, which is a drop bar hardtail, and yeah, just getting it done. So a couple of things I wanted to mention. Look at these sunglasses. So these are the Sungod GTs, Geraint Thomas. I think they were limited to like a couple of 100 pairs or something. They made them with Geraint Thomas. Personally, I think they're sick. They're really cool. Vision's great out of them, nice big lenses. I like the blue. They got a little Welsh dragon on them somewhere. I think they've got a couple actually. The other thing to mention is this is one of my 011 jerseys. Now I think I have maybe 2 left. So if you like it and you would like one, head to the link which I put in the description to the 011 website. I think I might have 2 left. That's it. After that, no more will be made. It's called the Oceans jersey. This week it's been 2 big sessions in the gym with Alex, peak performance. Just sort of like building strength more than anything. I'm trying to like get stronger in every way, not just necessarily cycling. I just think it's good to have really good conditioning, body strength. I really struggle with the gym, and I need to have like someone to motivate me, because like at the moment, you know, post the wrist breaks, I've lost quite a lot of strength, especially in my arms and wrists. So we're just trying to build that back up, but also working on core, back, leg strength, kind of a bit of everything. We're going to do a proper video series in the winter of strength and conditioning things for cyclists, so hopefully that'll be interesting for you. But yeah, at the moment, like I've kind of written off this year, to be honest. Now I know I've got Badlands in a couple of weeks, and then I'll come back for about a week. Then I'm doing an event called La Pilgrimage, which is run by a couple of mates. It's in the Pyrenees, I think, and it's like 3 stages. 2 are about 100k and one's 200k off-road in the mountains. But yeah, it's a pretty... September, October is looking busy. Obviously still being quite cautious with my wrists. It's so windy. I've been told realistically total recovery is probably a year, so have to be cautious, but I have been told I can do stuff again, and having this drop bar hardtail has definitely helped with that. I always refer to this section as the Princess Gravel Stretch. Now it's slightly uphill, then slightly downhill, and joins onto the High Peaks Trail. My favourite part around here. video. 5 tips to surviving Badlands. I've done this race twice now, finished both times. Things haven't necessarily gone to plan both times, but I've finished it twice. I'm lucky to have gone into both of them otherwise with quite last minute notice or an injury. So I think I've got some quite good things to do to help you survive Badlands, basically, from my experience of doing the race twice now and going there for a 3rd time. Number 1, salt. Make sure you take a shit ton of salt tablets. You get very dehydrated. It's in the deserts. Styrkr do these SLT07 and SLT05 sachets of tablets, and I think they're fantastic for making sure you're topped up with salt. If you also want to get 25% off at Styrkr, you can use the discount code Chris Hall Rides or Chris Hall 25. Number 2, comfort is fast. So what I mean by that is, yes, you can ride on a really racy gravel bike, but I'm a big believer that you'll go faster the more comfortable you are, especially with these kind of long races. So the previous 2 years I've done it on my Cervélo Aspero 5, but with 650B wheels, so big tyres, and then the easiest gear ratios I can. Now I've changed it both years. First year I ran it 2x with a goat link and I think like a 40 tooth cassette. The second year I run it 1x, 11 to 50 cassette with a goat link again, and I think like a 34 or 36 chainring. Makes it easier to spin up the climbs. I think both were good. Maybe the 1x system was better, but definitely the biggest tyres you could fit on the bike. So like I said, in the last 2 editions I ran 650B wheels with the biggest tyre I could fit on from Schwalbe. So it's really important to nail that tyre choice as well. You want to mix between fast and puncture protection. First year I ran Schwalbe G1 ultra bikes, front and rear. Second year I ran an ultra bite on the front and a bite on the rear. A bit less rolling resistance on the rear, but still got the grip on the front. This year, I'm going to be riding a Racing Ray and Racing Ralph, down to the same theory. One's got more rolling resistance, one's got more grip. So why am I not using the Aspero? Well, it is probably, to be honest, the right bike for a race like Badlands. It's not crazy technical, but there is some rough patches. For me this year, it's about comfort and finishing. So I may be taking a bit of a compromise in the aggressiveness and the raciness of the bike, but I'm switching it up for comfort for free. Wear a light coloured vented helmet. Do not wear an aero helmet. You are going to overheat. Vented, something like this, Lazer Genesis, super vented, lightweight, and in white means it also helps reflect the sun a bit. After a little loop down towards Ashbourne, I'm back on the High Peaks Trail, and I'm hoping that this way there will be a tailwind now and a headwind all day. Right, number 4 of the tips: wear sunglasses with tinting lenses. Now what I mean by that is ones that go dark when it's sunny and stay clear in the dark. It means that even at night time, if you're riding, you can basically keep going if you stop you getting dust in your eyes, and you can keep wearing the same pair of sunglasses, which is quite nice. The other tip on that side is get a stringy thing to hang them on. Just means that you don't have to like try and faff around putting them in the helmet, just drop them off the hem around your neck. Number 5, test everything. Test your bags, test your bike, test your legs, test your tyres, test your group set. Just test it, use it. Nothing new on event day or race day, however you want to see it. Nothing new, nothing new. It's a shit idea going into an event with something untested. I was testing my setup last year for Badlands about a week and a half before, and the pedal threaded the crank and just fell off on a loaded bikepacking ride. I had to get my partner to come pick me up and had to get a new crank because the threading had completely gone. So yeah, nothing new on race day. I've got one more bonus one. If you are a Shimano user, take a spare battery with a couple of Di2 cables and a junction box. That way, if something goes wrong, you've got a spare battery, just plug it in. But basically, a couple of cables looped together, attached to a battery and a junction box, means you can always plug it in into the rear mech, and then the junction box all back into it, so it's effectively another loop. You don't have to muck around with your saddle height, and then you've got a working group set again if you're running Di2. Same goes for SRAM, for example. Just take spare batteries. There's no point not doing it. I've heard that SRAM ones can run out quicker when it's really hot. We found that happen in Sri Lanka. So yeah, spare battery and a spare charger. On the last stretch home now. Hopefully those tips are somewhat useful for you. We filmed loads of stuff last year. We made a series of 5 videos. I'll put a link in the description to the playlist for that, and you can click up in the top right hand corner now to have a watch as well. Let me know if you have any other thoughts in the comments, and yeah, any questions, drop them in the comments as well. Thank you for watching. I'll see you for the next one. Cows.